Welcome back to day of the day. We have a lot of days to cover today, and yeah, let's not fuck around with it at all. Also, I'm gonna have to put brakes in because the camera's being a dick again, and there's a lot. I don't wanna have to redo things. But yes, we'll start with the one that I can remember off the top of my head, which is Elephant Appreciation Day, and I remember it because, well, I remember it from looking last year. I saw it today and saw that and went, yeah, I remember that. I remember talking about that because I was hanging out with G and looking what days there were, and we were saying, yeah, what we could do, get a few people together, go to a zoo, do an episode in a zoo for Elephant Appreciation Day. Go appreciate some elephants and shit. Obviously, then the apocalypse happened, and that's ignoring the level of difficulty and amount of realism that is actually involved in us going to a zoo. I would have liked to have gone to a zoo for it, but that's not happening. Still, do have to appreciate them elephants. They are the goodest, biggest boys. I think, at least, goodest, biggest land boys. Yeah, I am kind of just disappointed in how this whole year's gone, because so many of the videos have been like this, or been formed in, where I would have liked to have done something a bit more interesting, but conditions made that not so possible. It's a shame. It's really a shame. I think we will move up from in the list from there, which moves us into National Centenarians Day, or those that have pushed through the statistical probability of life, or at least up until the modern era, where we have a lot better medical technology and lives are living longer and people are not dying enough to balance out the amount of. But that's an argument for a different day. Yes, it's people that have lived to 100 is the point. I kind of trailed off there, didn't I? Yeah, it's people that live to 100, and yeah, it for a long time was quite a feat. It's becoming less and less of a feat, but it's still great. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Again, there's the whole population density problem of overpopulation. I can't remember what it was that someone said it was trying to claim God sent coronavirus for such and such. I'm like, no, if a God sent the coronavirus, if you're using that excuse, they sent it for overpopulation, right? That's the problem that's supposed to solve, I think, if it was there to solve a problem. Dear Diary Day, I don't see the point in keeping it down. It's partially because my life is fucking boring and I don't do much. What have I done today? I got up. I saw the people talking about Raw, the ridiculousness of Retribution, so I decided to watch Raw for a change. I then got a shower. I watched some shit on YouTube, played some Hades, played some Payday 2 VR, played 2 songs in Beat Saber and then was dead because of already playing an hour of Payday 2 VR. People don't realize how much effort goes into that. You're like, I'm just shooting people, but there's a lot of effort involved in, adrenaline and stuff like that. Also, I play with nothing but pistols. My offhand that I have is a really hopped up Desert Eagle with a silencer, and my then main weapon is 2 more pistols that I don't know what are off the top of my head that are also fully significantly kitted out and silenced and really nice and sleek and make the noises that you expect it to make. And obviously the Desert Eagle doesn't, because it's a Desert Eagle. Right. Most pistols, here's a brief lesson on guns, or at least on pistols. Most you're aware, I'm sure, that a pistol is a semi-automatic weapon. Generally. Things like revolvers where you have to cock the hammer back manually. That's not semi-automatic. Semi-automatic is it will automatically chamber the next round, but if you're holding the trigger down, it won't do anything. Fully automatic is holds the trigger and it keeps firing, right? So semi-automatic is it automatically you don't have to do anything to put in to chamber the next round. So pump action, when you have shotguns and pump action things, that is you chambering the next round. Most pistols use the recoil of the gun itself with the way the slide works. So when you pull the trigger, the gun recoils, the slide moves back because inertia, and then as it goes back, chambers the next round. Deagle is such a powerful gun and it makes so much pressure they have to put stuff in the thing to reduce that force. The Desert Eagle is stupid, but it's fantastically stupid. The next day is car-free day, which, considering I've gone fucking nowhere, is a pretty easy one to cover. It wouldn't have been an easy one to cover if I did the zoo thing, because, well, I mean, we could have gone by public transport, but that's a bit of a pain in the arse. I think the nearest one is 2 trains and a bus away, which is, like I said, a bit of a pain in the arse, but, I mean, I suppose doable. I mean, we could do, I suppose we could have done some of the other days that we've got on the train ride there and back. You know, made a whole proper vlog out of it. So, just making me even more disappointed that we can't do it, really. Yeah, so the message here is, don't use fucking cars! I've talked about this before, but the biggest problem when it comes to climate change as far as transport goes is personal vehicles, cars. I was going to say motorcycles, but I think motorcycles might actually even be slightly more energy efficient, especially, and more, like, a lot of people that do motorcycles are a lot happier to go to electric than people that use cars. I hate car people. I hate, like, aggressive car people, because they're just so, you know, right? Like, anyone that obsessive is awful, but I don't know, something about car people specifically. Like, I've talked about stuff like everyone should know what I'm talking about. For stuff that, you know, people probably don't. But car people do it in a way that is completely different. Anyway, that's beside the point. Cars, you know, especially like all these fancy sport cars, you can fit 2 people in that have twice the carbon emissions as a normal car. Cars are the problem. Public transit, trains are becoming more and more electric as well. Buses, even if it's not an electric bus, it's a bus. Buses carrying more people than it would, you know, statistically would carry more. I mean, Disney, right? Disney has a fantastic bus system. And that's in part to make things easier. It's in part to discourage people from driving from park to park because carbon emissions. And they recently switched to a lower emission fuel for all of their vehicles because Disney are cool and actually do think about shit like that. At least sometimes Disney is cool in that regard. Not always, but a lot of the time. A lot of the time. American Business Women Day, or Women's Day, or whatever the fuck. It's Women's Day. I don't... This is going to be the Women's Day thing again, isn't it? It's like, this is needless. I'm going to say this is needless, and it is needless, and people are still going to find a way to get mad at me about it. It's not a sexism thing. I'm not saying National Women's Day is a pointless thing because of sexism. I'm not saying this is a pointless day because of sexism. I would identify myself as a feminist. Because remember, feminism isn't about women's superiority, it's about gender equality, right? It's like Black Lives Matter isn't about black superiority, it's about racial equality, right? These things aren't about them being better than everyone else, or, you know, it's about them being on the same level as everyone else. I very much, I stay by the same statement. If you can say all lives matter, then you can also say Black Lives Matter. Can't you, you fucking cunt? Go on now to, I'm going to have to read it because it's phrased weird, National Online Recovery Day. That, as far as I can understand, is about online therapy and stuff like that, which is kind of pertinent right now because everything's online and over the phone and stuff. But I do have things lined up because anxiety is getting all kind of messy and shit. You wouldn't think it because of the way I present, but it's true. It's a thing. It's a real big thing. I got a hell of a messed up head. Real messed up head. Everything is weird in here. Then again, I call myself a god in chaos and all this shit. So if you haven't got the idea that I'm kind of messed up, what's wrong with you? God, help. National Girls' Night. Yeah, I'm sure we would have done a joke regarding that as well. I don't know what it would have been. And we will probably never know. I honestly. And that is one of the biggest crimes of 2020, is us not getting to see what we do for National Girls' Night. is our group, along with the whole like elephant going to the zoo thing. We're also now below that from Girls' Night. And below Girls' Night we have Hobbit Day. God love us some hobbits. Oh, nothing wrong with some hobbits, is it? But, you know, I don't know. People don't like the movies. My biggest problem with the movies is the titles are stupid. The titles make no sense. Because you've got the first movie, which is An Unexpected Journey. Fair enough. You got the second movie, The Decimation of Smaug. Which doesn't happen until the next movie. Yeah, the Decimation of Smaug doesn't happen in the Decimation of Smaug purely so we can have a cliffhanger. Which isn't really much of a cliffhanger considering the thing you're cliffhanging is in the title of the movie. So not only is it not a cliffhanger, it just makes your entire movie a lie. And then Battle of the Five Armies. That is not 5 armies. It's maybe like 2.5. Because it's the dwarves, the elves, and it's 3 armies. It's the dwarves, that's kind of, you know, an army. The elves and kind of the humans, that's 1 army. And the orcs, which is another army. Now you tell me, where the fuck do you get 2 other armies from? And I'm sure I will find a way to call you a liar. National Ice Cream Cone Day once again. Makes me kind of sad that we're not here and doing this as a vlog episode because we could have gone and gotten ice cream. Probably could have gotten ice cream at the zoo. I'm pretty sure the zoo does ice cream. Just feels bad, doesn't it? Just feels bad now. It's a real disappointment. National Leg Wear Day. I have 2 points on Leg Day. 1, do people actually like wearing pants? Or is that just a universal thing that we just have to do? Because society says it and because no. You know, because in a lot of cases, you know, I know people don't want to see my legs, is the point. Or maybe you do. I mean, I crop most things from, you know, here down, so maybe you are wondering, I think. But on the other hand, I do like good leg, right? Good leg is a good solid leg. No, absolute territory and all that, right? The brief education for those underwear. It's the space of skin between the bottom of the skirt and or short pants and the thigh high. It's that just small part. It's a thing that didn't need a term, but has a term. And I'm very much appreciative of both it existing and it having a way to refer to it that I can just say and not have to try and explain. But I'm explaining for the benefit of the viewers because this is kind of an educational show. Kinda. It's mostly a comedy. But I'm doing it based on an actual thing, or at least what this website says are actual things. So it's kind of educational. So hey, there you go. That's actually a piece of information. That's absolute territory, and it is. National White Chocolate Day. In my opinion, the best chocolate. Some people don't like white chocolate, and that's fine. White chocolate isn't technically chocolate, so it's fine. I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate. A lot of people aren't a fan of dark chocolate. I still am yet to try the 100% dark chocolate, hot chocolate mix that I have for that hot chocolate machine that you've seen a couple times this series. Purely out of fear. I don't like things that bitter, but I love things really milky and creamy, which is why I love white chocolate. And now I kind of want one of those white chocolate hot chocolates. Don't know how much milk we've got in. That is a problem for future Alex. And we end today's video on 2 relative days. Starting with the autumn equinox, which summer equinox is the longest day of the year. Winter equinox is the shortest day of the year. So does this mean this is the middle ground? Like this is the perfect middle? I don't know. I generally don't know. It's one of those ones that says it's just changes annually, but I can understand that for an equinox. And finally, the 4th Tuesday of the month, it's National Voter Registration Day. Go and fucking vote. Go and fucking vote. Go and fucking vote. People not voting is why we had Brexit. Because a large number of the population didn't vote. I don't know if you can tell that my eyes are slowly getting worse throughout the video, but my camera is dying, so I want to get this finished. Yeah, Brexit happened, well, in a good part because people didn't vote. A lot of people in my generation all said they didn't want to. None of them actually went and vote. It's fucking stupid. Trump happened! Partially because of a bunch of idiots and racist idiots and homophobic idiots. And I don't need... now I'm realising that that's all kind of superfluous, and idiots kind of catches all homophobes and racists as well. Feel free to argue me about that. Because I'm sure you want to, because as I just established, you are an idiot if you are indeed homophobic or racist. If you're not, then that's not addressed to you. But it's probably also because people didn't vote. I'm just saying, like, come on. Let's not be stupid. Just register to vote. Register to vote, and then fucking vote. It's just one thing. It takes a little bit of time. And then there's you know, you don't have to go out to vote. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're going to encourage you not to. Do mail voting. It's a thing. You know? They're not going to tamper with it. It's not how it works. Mail voting is probably more effective than the machines because the machines often don't work properly. Go register to vote. Go vote when you get the opportunity to vote. Be part of the decromatic system. I know your decromatic system doesn't work, but until we are in a position to fix it, please at least get involved. Be a part of it. And don't let other people make that decision for you. It's bad enough that you elect you and us, but in different ways, elect one specific person in an attempt to represent the entire fucking country. Hashtag Boris failed the UK. I feel like slipping that in. Anyway, today's video has been long. Probably, I don't know, it's in bits. Today's video has had a lot to talk about. A lot of things I wish I could have done. A lot of things that I don't like. A lot of opinions. Go register to vote. It's fucking important. But the point is there's a lot gone into the video, and this has probably been the most video of a video that I've done in quite a while. And I'm including the cooking video I did like 2 days ago, because though that was a lot of stuff, it wasn't a lot of video, right? And not to mention the one bit that should have been the best bit didn't come out because as I was cooking, the camera decided to do the thing, and I can't exactly redo that without making twice as much rice. It was already more rice than I really wanted at that time of day. Yes, so please, this is the best example of this. Content here. I'm going to tilt the camera slightly more so you can see it properly. Join the flock. Join the Broken Flock Sheep and subscribe, please. It would be very much appreciated. Because I'm trying to grow an audience. Because I want to change the world. I want to make the world a better place, as I mentioned. Decromatic system makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense here. It makes no sense in America. It makes no sense anywhere. Like, no one has a decent system for it. And though I don't know what the other system should be, there should at least be the discussion of changing the systems. Same with economic systems. And again, my opinions on homophobics and racists being idiots, yet there's so many of them and they're allowed to act based on those opinions. And a large portion of them are a police force, hence why the Black Lives Matter movement came up in this year. And yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, really. You know, anti-vax idiots, those idiots on Facebook that think drinking urine is a good idea. I'm not going to discourage them, I feel like bringing that up since I'm talking about idiots. There's a lot to change. And if there's any time I'm going to talk about that, it might as well be now, as I'm telling you to go vote. Or at least register to vote. And yeah, so stick around, join in I want to almost call it a revolution, but it ain't. It might turn into one, eventually, but it ain't at the moment. At the moment it's just me doing silly shit on the internet and hoping people pay attention to it. Because that seems like the best way to grow an audience. It's certainly the most chaotic way of creating an audience, I think, and yeah, chaos is my aspect, chaos is my existence, chaos is my essence, and you should embrace chaos because it is more fun, it is the natural order of things, it is the way things go. there is only so much order you can inject, as again, order is man-made, and there is a level of order you want. Everything is about balance in the universe, but chaos is more important, I think. That's all of the things I generally try and get in. I will include a love yourself, just because I feel like if I'm going to do everything in this video, if this is going to be the epitome of my videos, then I should include that one as well. And yeah, that is all of the things. I will see you tomorrow. Ta-ra.